All right. Hey, everybody. Oh, I just realized I have ink or this paint stuff all over my cart. Oh, no. Well, I guess I'm going to be cleaning that later. I didn't realize it until now. So, in the process of fixing the office and prepping it and painting it and all that other little lovelies, I got a new chair. I'm not gonna lie, I love this chair, and it works between all three desks that I utilize, so I'm really loving it. And of course it's my favorite color. It's like a metallic-y color of my favorite color. Of course, my other half, he was like, of course, they had to be in this color because everything you own is in this color. I am so tired of this color. Oh, it's terrible. Okay, so I did a lot of prep work because I know that space is limited on my phone. I really need to empty it out after I get this video up. So, prep work is done. If you guys caught the last video, then you got to make this guide with me. If you want to check that out, please go back and check it out. I'll leave the links where they need to be, icon, description box, etc. So let's go over the tools we're going to need today and the prep work that I did. So, obviously you're going to need scissors. We always need scissors. Fabri-Tac or Beacon 3-in-1 works. It's pretty much the same thing. We're going to need a ruler. I love these rotary rulers, especially in the 3.5 inches by 12 inches. Works perfect for every single one of my projects. Water. It is becoming hot outside, so we definitely need to stay hydrated. So there's this really loose woven muslin we'll be working with. I love this stuff. It works great for reinforcing your books. Just so you all know, this is how I create all of my basics. So if you guys have seen my basics, now you know how they are made. So we have our cover, which you guys seen in the last video, and I love it because I don't know if you can see very well in the detailing, but there is like imprinted detail work from the front, and you can see it on the inside where it's kind of embossed. So we'll need this really loose mesh muslin. Cheesecloth will work, but it's not really suggested because it's a lot looser than the muslin is. The muslin is actually starched. You can starch your cheesecloth, but that is also a big pain in the patootie. So we have a piece of cardboard, and the cardboard is already curved. So if you guys want to check out my curved spine tutorial, please do. I'll try and remember to link it in all of the right places. As well, right now you can head on over to my YouTube channel, and it is the featured video. So definitely check that one out. I know a lot of people have been really, really wanting that one. And then, of course, our cheesecloth. So the cheesecloth has 2 or 3 layers going on here. Yeah, I think it has 3 layers going on. It was pre-coffee stained, and I cut a 2-inch across lengthwise, approximately. Was it 2-inch or? Yeah, about 2 inches. So 1, 2 by 7.5 inches tall. Although it looks 7 inches here, but it is supposed to be 7.5. And you'll see, because it sticks out a little bit at the top, just exactly what I wanted it to do. Oh, my AC kicked on. I actually need to go turn that off. I got the doors open, and the furry kids are out laying in the sun. Well, I got Fluffy here next to me in the basket like normal, but Lexi's out there lazing in the sun somewhere. She keeps dragging her rattle tigger outside and playing with it behind the car. And I keep telling her not to take it outside because she's going to forget it out there. And then I'm going to go to work and she's not going to have her tigger. So, stay tuned at the end of the video, and there's a little cute video I just took of them playing with the rattle tigger. All right, now this, so this is 2 inches by 7 inches. The reason why I did 2 inches instead of an inch is so I could fold it up and get a thicker mesh going on here. And then we have our curved spine going on. It's just tad bit just to help retain the structural integrity. And it's going to be 1 inch by exactly 7 inches. And then our muslin is going to be exactly 7 inches by 3 inches. And remember, this is starched. For all of this, I used my cutting board. I love this thing, not gonna lie. I use it on everything. I actually am about ready to buy a new one because this poor thing, I've almost killed it. I need to buy an industrial strength one. Okay, let's jump right in here. I think since everything's pre-cut, we won't need the scissors. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to lay down this wonderful whatchamacallit that I just had a brain fart on. Cheesecloth. We're going to lay down our cheesecloth. Now, I want to reinforce these blue pieces here that are just flapping around in the wind. I do not want to tear them off. I want to keep them. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue and smooth it out so it isn't too, you know, crazy. And then we're going to just press and hold until it gets a little tacky. And I would press and hold on the corners of the books, not in the center of the spine, to make it lay out flat and make sure that it secures nicely, just like that. Although I kind of wish I would have put some muslin in there, but that is okay. Since we did that, we're going to do the same thing with this one. We're just going to take a little bit of glue and make sure that it's secure. There we are. And don't worry about this gap here, the structural integrity. The structural integrity of the spine, because that's what we're working on right now. We're going to make sure that all of this rugged goodness gets to stay around so we can enjoy it. Alright, so we have some extra pieces here. You can take them out if you want. You can leave them. It doesn't really matter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lay this inside of our spine. So let's get ourselves some glue. And technically you could just do the top and the bottom little bumpers, but the reason why I add the whole strip is it's really going to reinforce this spine, give it stability, and make sure it's not going to go anywhere. And for instance, say some of your edges along here start wearing over time of you using it, because the fabric on the book is old, so it's going to wear. Then instead of, you know, the cardboard sticking through, or, you know, maybe the strings from the back of your guide here sticking through, you're going to have this lovely coffee stained fabric sticking through instead. So let's go ahead and we're going to fold it in half. Don't forget to fold it in half. So 2 inches becomes 1 inch. And then just slide it right on in there where the spine is. And I like to rub my fingers to get all the glue off. It works perfect. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is, it's going to be this one. Yeah. Well, that sounds like a delivery truck, but they're not here for me. So the curved side is obviously going to go out towards the outside of the book. I like to keep the glossy part inward, depending on how you like to do it. Depending also on how glossy it is, I'll take a nail file or a sanding block and I'll buff out the glossiness. Because if you don't, even the Fabri-Tac won't stick to it properly. And after I discovered this the hard way, after a little while it actually starts coming apart. So if you go ahead and you buff it up with a nice nail file, you will not have that problem. So we're going to glue this up nice and good, cover every inch of it. It doesn't have to be thick. It just has to be covered. And smooth out your glue, or don't. I mean, it's your choice. You don't have to smooth it out. And line it up with this right here and this, because that is exactly 7 inches. And go ahead and press into place. There you are. And we have little glue guys going everywhere. And look at that. It is about finished. So I'm going to go ahead and begin gluing some more. And right here you can actually put quite a bit of glue. Not on the cardboard, but in the grooves right here to kind of reinforce everything. Give it some stability. And just lightly on the cardboard, because it's going to bleed through the mesh, because that's what's going to hold everything in place. All right. Now we're going to center our mesh as best as possible. Try not to go over the line here and here, because that's kind of like our guide. Because this is where obviously we're going to be putting our paper when we're finished to cover all of this up. Alright, now I want you guys to press and you rub your glue off your fingers. Alright, go ahead and press it in nice and good. Yeah, on this one your fingers might get quite a bit gluey. Especially as the glue starts to dry and get tacky. Sometimes, like, if you have an extra bone folder, I've found that that also can really help. Like, an old one. Oh, there's little Lexi lady. Oh, and she's headed right back outside. Silly little thing. Alright. Starting to look good, guys. I'm loving it. Hey, what are you doing? They're telling me about the neighbors. I don't think there's any neighbors outside. I think they're just telling me to tell me. They're silly. My silly little turd monkeys. It's terrible because Lexi is a typical Chihuahua. And if I don't keep on top of the turds in the yard, then I will walk outside, and lo and behold, she will be sitting there chewing on, I'm sorry if this offends any of you, but she will be chewing on a delectable treat. And of course, you know, I have to yell at her and be like, no, no. So, of course, she just started doing this. For some reason, she thinks they're tasty little, you know, chocolate morsels. And I've always hated it when she'll consistently sit and lick your face and other things. And I've been breaking for this habit, but my other half, her daddy, does not want to break her of this habit. So the other day, out of spite. I know I'm just terrible. Out of spite. So we're I probably didn't tell you that step, but we're lifting these back and we're just gluing them down. So out of spite, of course, I took a picture and I sent it to him on Snapchat. I said, think about this next time your baby girl decides that she wants to lick your face. And lick. And lick. Because it drives me insane. I'm always trying to get her to stop, and he lets her do it. And so, out of spite the other day, I'm like, here. And then she'll start licking his face, and I'll be like, poopy mouth. She's got a poopy mouth. And of course, he'll like make her stop and get all like grossed out. And I'm like, yes, my job is done. Oh, it was so funny. I'm seriously thinking that he's gonna start brushing her teeth just so he can let her lick me, just to drive me insane. But I love him. He's a pain in the tuchus, but he's my man. He's such a sweetie, and he's so good to me. So, I hate to say it, ladies and gentlemen, but with all the prep work out of the way, this video is finished. And our spine is reinforced. And we are ready for the next video. Look at that. And it's nice and, sturdy. Really reinforced. Ain't going anywhere. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And you really loved how your journal came out. And see, now you can see all of your gritty goodness there still. I love it. Okay, I will talk to you guys in the next video now that our prep work is done. Bye!